Alrighty, hello, hello. Just making sure all the knobs were in the right place. All the switches were switched. Okie doke. Let's get some hydration. All right, what are we working on today? Whole bunch of stuff. I think we might just jump right into the weekly Blue Mage challenges for fun. I think that's on the docket. Start us off with something. Let's crank down this in-game music a little loud. There we go. There we go. All right, we haven't done those yet. Let's double check. That is correct. Beauty and a beast, to kill a mocking slime, and waiting for a golem. To Ulda then. I have to sneeze. Maybe. I don't know. But I've got a bit of that very allergy oomph today. It's not yet spring, but it's trying. I'm in the wrong spot. No, I'm not. Where am I going? Over here. Oh, Miners Guild is right. I did Goldsmith right on the corner from each other. All right, then. Masked Carnival. Let's reread these. Well, the first challenge is just whatever. It's just to do the thing. Do I have room for... Sure. So it's fighting a void scent that can be blinded and slowed. Looks like I have my incomplete set currently on. There we go. This is sort of the standard comp stuff that I have put together. This looks fine. As long as I have... Yeah, okay. As long as I have ultra vibration going on, so I can AoE this first group down. Alright, first one's the easy one. We'll see how that goes. What's up, Teddy? You're working on your rogue a little bit. Oh, really? Bonk. Oh, I didn't, forgot to, mimicry a DPS nearby. We'll get that in the next one. It's fine. No big deal. Yeah, it's like a Halicarnassus fight. Well, I guess she's sort of a Halicarnassus-S boss, I guess. Question is... Can't stun him. No. Big wombo combo. Circle of Blood. It's like a Death Clock album. I always forget I have a debuff. I always forget I have a debuff. Ostia's burning her down with... Oh, that's right. Someone's an ad that does really annoying things. No, I slowed it. Like, I forgot if it could, like, you don't want it to hit you or something. Yeah, it just does more of the AoE, I guess. Burp. Oh, she eats it just like the boss does. Oh, crap baskets. Oh, yeah. So it's Halicarnassus or whatever, the dungeon version. But you have to make the mob have super low health because when she eats it, it does more damage in the follow-up attack. But we got there, no problem. All right, what was the next one? To kill a mocking slime, which is enfeeble me tender, which I believe is the detail the bonus to apply 6 or more unique enfeeblements. Well, that's so weird because it can only be applied. You can only put 3 on it. It can't be stunned or slept or insta-killed or petrified or paralyzed. I mean, I'll just hit it with bad breath and see what happens. I can also addle it, I guess. Apply 6 or more debuffs. Can only be hit by, this is vulnerabilities, but it still means that you can't slow them, root them, sleep, stun, paralyze, or petrify. Because these will be immunities. So we'll find out, I guess? Wish they run the same abilities and just see what happens. I don't know. Oh wait, this first. Death Ray. And I guess those count as debuffs as well. So, I mean, that should be enough debuffs. That's right, it needs to be interrupted. Gotcha. Summons a second one. Not ideal. It's weak to wind, and I have a wind ability on my bar as a filler. Get out of here, arena pudding. I don't have my heal on my bar, which is unfortunate. Oh, crap baskets. Yeah, I don't think I probably should have, probably needed to have my heal on my bar. It would seem. Because I'm dead. Ugh. Yeah, just dead from damage, just auto attacks. Alright, noted. Also, is there a DPS around? Hello, sir, are you a DPS? No. I couldn't see what weapon they had on. That's a Dragoon. I'll take that. Very good, very good. Let's see. Oh, I do have White Wind bound. Never mind. I thought that was something different when I looked down at my hotbar. Okay. I do have that bound. I actually don't even have everything bound for some reason. This is like my can do just about everything setup. Could use my... I don't have my awesome primal abilities. So let's get those real quick. Don't need Mighty Guard. Can't use Basic Instinct. Alright, where is... The best ones are definitely Garudas. We also need to get this out back on the bar. This is too strong. Question is where to even bind it. Not ideal, but workable. And need the Garuda spell. There it is. Also, not a great place to put it somewhere, but I probably should stop using like the melee combo. That's only so good. There we go. Why not? Let's try it. What's up, kitty? Hello. How are you doing? Are you causing mischief in Discord today? Again? Like yesterday? Oh, Bob just put the... Was that a gathering? No, crafting, rather. I wonder if I can... Can you boost the Garuda ability? No. Let's see. Can you boost Ravana's ability? Looks like no. Well, damn it. Oh, he's immune to that. Ree. Can I get myself a heal here in a moment? Their slime is up. I don't have a fire spell active for them. Now we do, though. Cast it and finish. Re. Oh. Just get out of here. There we go. That was enough debuffs. Yep, I got the weekly target. Okay. Like every debuff matters, I guess, even like dots and stuff. So, okay. But it's called Enfeeble Me. So you'd think that it was like detrimental style debuffs or something. But it's not. All right, and the last one is an early challenge. So waiting for Golem. Weak to water, but this one has got a whole bunch of things. So use 2, 3, and 4 unique spell types. I should get that just by doing what I normally do. I cannot heal, and I cannot sprint. Use a bunch of spells, no healing, no sprinting. Okay, weak to water though. So let me double check. Probably should change out presto change-o. Probably should change out a filler spell here. For something water-based. Give me some water. I mean, all I have is just OG water cannon. That's fine. I can put my shield up when the boss is whacking around. Yeah, no heal, no sprint. Use lots of spells. Got it. I mean, my opener uses like 7, so. That's the wrong button. Oh, he's immune to that entire type of damage. Gotcha. All the debuffs. Oh, I can interrupt that. Never mind, he just recast it again. So, not really a good interrupt. What did I get? Fire, wind, lightning. So, nothing to help me here. Obliterate! Dang it, that gets a buff by the... I don't know if buffing that spell even really does a whole lot, but it's fun. Bump, bump, bump. If that just puts fire on the ground, whatever. Boss just stands still when it happens. Put on that fish shield. Recast my dots. Should have debuffed him first. Never mind. It wouldn't have really done much. Blast him. This should be it's a wrong button. Never mind. Actually, it still hits them with that. Whatever. That should have been it. Not complete. Wait, 4 ways to die. Wait, what? Ain't got time to... Did I look at the wrong one? Oh, what the heck? I thought I... Did I... What the heck? This is not... I didn't do enough unique spell types. So... Oh, magical, slashing, piercing, and... Oh, so you have to... Oh, okay. Well, let me double check. I'll hit him with a magical one. Oh, my only slashing is the Tonberry knife. So I have to use... I have to hit him with at least 1 knife. Okay. And then, yeah, do a triple trident or interrupt him. And I have no blunt damage. Okay. Let's see. It was types, not like debuffs or buffs or things like that. Okay. Well, I can put Mountain Blaster on my bar somewhere, I suppose. Just have to at least use it once. So Ravana's ability doesn't have a type, huh? Weird. I thought Ravana's ability was slashing or piercing or something. Oh, it's earth. It's an aspect. Type is just still magic. Yeah, but type is like if I look on sharpened knife, type physical. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna use Titan, sharpened knife, triple trident, and then anything magical because I'm obviously gonna hit those. Okay. Otherwise, that did it fine. Just need to make sure I did things. No mischief today. Oh, no mischief, not today. Going over to your sister's later for baby stuff. Got some gifts in the mail from registry. Things coming together. Okay. Very cool. Glad to hear it. Good to see you're having a good one. What's for what's on the docket for I guess it's almost, well, it's lunchtime for you, right? What's for lunch? I was gonna ask almost what's for dinner, but it's like only not even 4 o'clock for me, and I just had a bit of lunch before I sat down, so. Right, let me get all of my types of damage out of the way here. Well, that should be all the damage types needed. I think. Can't daze him, right? Nope. Come on, really? I didn't finish casting? Couldn't slide cast that? So he can be paralyzed. Gotta get him in like a cast sequence where I can walk away momentarily. Yeah, Mountain Buster hits him for 1. Oh yeah, just for sheets and giggles. That's the water one, right? Oh yeah, blast him. Takes additional damage. Or I should put my shield up before I just blast. Oh, a fish at him. Where's that fish come from? I don't know. My face? Where do you store your fishes? Put all the dots back up. Let's do one more melee combo here to make sure we satisfy the needs of the quest. And that should be that. Apparently was not that. 4 ways to die. What the heck? Do I have to get hit by them? The boss just stands there and casts nothing. Alright. 3rd time's the charm. Let's reread 4 ways to die again. Used 2, 3, or 4 unique spell types. Does that mean that I can only use that many? So say if I choose 4 unique spell types, I can only use those 4 spells? And then can I only use 2, 3, or 4? So am I using too many then? So if I just choose to use 2, what's like magical slashing? Because magical is the easiest thing to use because it's like almost every ability. Yeah, I think it's meant to restrict what I'm trying to do. Use 2, 3, or 4. So I can't use one spell type. And then I can't use more than 4. But there's only 5 spell types. So am I just using... I must have hit 5 spell types then. So we don't need to use blunt damage. I'm going to have to use piercing to interrupt. There's 1. I don't have to use Tonberry's knife. So then magical will be 2. That'll be 2. Okay, so just interrupt as my +1 and then use only magic spells. What does triple trident count as again? Not slashing. Piercing, I assume? Yeah, I'm already going to use flying sardine to interrupt, so I can still also use triple trident. I don't have anything blunt on my bar. And just don't use Tonberry's knife. That should only be 2 types then. Seems weird. So I guess I used too many? We'll try again. This is all magic right now. Unless one of those doesn't have a type, so I'm overcapping, maybe? I'm kind of confused. Not gonna lie. It seems like it's a strange bonus. Or maybe bad breath is messing it up because it's magic, but it casts a bunch of different things that might be aspected. Or typed, rather. So maybe? I don't know. Do have to interrupt it here at some point. I'll save the interrupt for, like, yeah, for that. But I already used my piercing attack anyway, so... Yeah, I don't know if, like, bad breath is messing it up, for example. I don't know. Find out here in a moment, I guess. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Still wasn't it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Had to go to the wiki and, like, read if there's something I'm missing here. I feel like I should have only used 4 spell types there. So it looks like I'm reading about it. So it seems that... So it says unique type. But the way this is apparently coded is that type and aspect are the same thing. So there's 4 types and 6 aspects, or 7, I guess. And each one is your choice. So basically it means kill it with only 2, 3, or 4 buttons. There's also one called 10 ways to die, which you need to use 10 spells and only those 10, I guess. So I guess I'm just gonna use... I'm just gonna spam water cannon and put up Song of Torment. That I guess that's how it'll work. People are saying in this FAQ thread, it's not unique types, it's quite literally unique spells. So you can only use 2, 3, or 4 spells, and once you choose those 4 spells, that's just don't hit any other abilities, don't hit any other spells. Okay. We'll try that. We'll try that. That's a... Oops, damn it. That's a little bit strange, since type is a category and aspect is another category. So there's 1 spell, 2, here's 3, and 4. That's all we're using the whole fight. Oh, that means I can't interrupt him now. Oh well, hopefully I don't die. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3. And I'm using Garuda as well. Probably should not buff the dot and just use my shield for extra reflect damage, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if this just kills me. I don't have no idea. No, it just says, oh crap. Oh, I may have fricked it. Yep, I fricked it again. So that's such a weird one. You gotta be... The translation there is not great. The translation there is not great. If that's the case, but oh well. So we're not gonna buff our dot. We're just going to use our shield. It just reflects damage for a long time. Well, only when he auto attacks us. Hey, what's up, Mia? How you doing, man? Any plans for the weekend? Or are you working? Slide casting Blue Mage is a little bit weird. I feel like I get that window, but then I don't. I probably don't even need to use the shield. Doesn't know if it actually reflects that much damage. All right, well, I only hit 4 abilities this whole time. I did it. Okay. That's what it means. So you basically pick 2, 3, or 4 spells, and you can only hit those spells. Instead of the way it reads, which is incorrect. Just flat out incorrect. All right, well, those are done. Fun little puzzles to solve. I think let's jump into... I probably should try to jump into... What the heck? I probably should try to jump into a... a Heidelin Extreme, maybe, because I still need a weapon for my sage. Let's see. There are no parties currently for Heidelin, it looks like. They've been to Enrage a few times. Oof. Damn. That just means new and low DPS, unfortunately. Dang. That's the only one that's currently active, though. Huh. Well, can always look later. How about... Let's have some currency to get capped off here. How about an expert roulette? Oh, while healer in need. Let's do it as scholar for fun. Something different. Go do it as scholar. That's fine. You're shoveling this weekend, Mia? Uh-oh. How much snow is up there right now? How much snow we talking? I think my I key for some reason is like glitched or broken or something on my keyboard, because whenever I type anything with an I in it, it always puts 2, which is strange. I remember my key bindings for a moment here. I didn't remember my scholar binds for just a quick second there. I was like, wait a minute, what buttons do I hit? And then slam the ground. Scholar puts up shields and then slams the ground, and then you put up some more shields and you slam the ground. In dungeons, anyway. Oh, I haven't fixed the player combo thing to not tell me about my dot on Scholar. You had a bunch of aggro apparently, and the tank didn't. That was strange. You want weakness? Okay, there we go. I don't usually want to res DPS, also considering right before a boss, because then they would have weakness for the boss, which would be kind of weird, champ. But they died on the pole because they were attacking things. This warrior might be dead here. Yep. Okay. I go to put up 2 dots and he dies. Neat. Not sure how that's a thing, but it was. I can't take the time to put up 2 dots. Tank dies. Kind of cringe. Got the samurai that dies on the pole while AoEing and the tank didn't have aggro, and then the warrior who dies to 2 mobs while I go to put up 2 dots. With the fairy healing him. I don't know what that's about. And then the cactar, lunar cactar probably does a lot of damage or something. I don't know. I don't entirely know. I was saving up my Aether Pack for the boss so I can blast. Suppose I had an OG CD or 2 that I could have thrown, but weird. Happens sometimes, I guess. He potentially didn't save his bloodwetting for when he was like half health. He just kind of hit it and overhealed himself. Because it's so hard to kill a warrior on trash pools in dungeons. They should be essentially nigh invincible. But who knows? Also, I don't think I snapshotted my dialysis properly there. Maybe not. And you get by blue. It's gonna do a knockback here, though, I bet. So, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no one really needs my Aether Pact, so whatever. I need to get hit by red. I'm safe here then, unless that was a knockback. There's not. The dancer's too far away. And you get hit by blue anyway, so let's get knocked back, but the boss is dead. It's fair enough. I haven't played Scholar in a while. My brain is so astro from all the progression all week. Which we're close. We got a few phase 4 pulls on Phoenix, so we're right there. We're gonna jump in again before the reset and try to get that clear on Monday. It should be fun. Hello? Like, my ferry was taking so long to Fey Union there. That was super weird. So we should have, should be on the last boss of the raid on reset. Gotta, of course, get the re-clear of Phoenix, but looking good so far on that phase. Should be fun. No materia for me. I don't have the full combo for my big shield, so oh, I just want to pull the whole thing. It's fine. Gives me time to prep my big shield, I guess. Oh, we're going. That's a bit of the wombo combo that Scholar does currently. Combines a guaranteed crit with adding 10% more healing received on a target, and then putting it with your Adloquium, which is both a heal and a shield, and then you spread that shield with deployment tactics. So you put up a crit shield on your tank, and then you essentially shatter it off onto everyone around so that they get the crit shield also. That was all the big shield bars you saw in the party frame there. Big shield action. If you also have a sage and then a bard in your group, you can increase that shield even further beyond. Oh, that's right. I'm so used to trying to double weave. Scholar can't double weave. Big sad. No double weave on Scholar. Both forward. All right. Oh, yeah. Should be close enough to get the bonks in. Because Scholar auto attacks are apparently for a lot. For some reason. Big book auto attacks hit harder than a giant staff. Hey, look. It's P3S. Only with 2 options instead of 3. That's a full-on savage mechanic. We got to go over to our left here. Oh, we could have actually just stayed in the cubby there. I didn't realize it's that. How much leeway. Pew pew. Who's blasting in this group right now? Oh, the samurai. Oh, it's hitting me. Whatever. Okay. I was checking to see if they had a big boy weapon. Only a 580. But yeah, the samurai was doing 7,500 plus damage on that boss. Absolutely cracked. Like all 3 floors usually is the most mechanically intense fight. Oh, maybe. Is that just like a theme that the 3rd boss, the penultimate one? I mean, we've gotten through almost the entirety of the hard mechanic on P3S, so. Oh, whoops. So the tank was not going up. Oh, it's coming down. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of footage about the final boss yet of Pandemonium. Like, I've seen clips here, and I've tuned into a, like, I saw Momo's stream and they were farming it, but I wasn't really watching. So apparently, like, phase 1 is just the whole fight in normal but condensed into 7 minutes, and part 2 is quite different. But that's fine. We only have so many hours to raid every week. We have less than 10 hours. I even say almost less than 9 hours to raid right now, so. We get done when we can. It's no big deal. That ether pack is not enough. Okay, he full healed himself. That's good. Oh, my fairy is at max distance right there. Look at that heal. That green beam. Been pretty fun though, progressing. I think we're at least at 8 hours of Phoenix progression, which is a little more than Hippocampus, which should be. Each boss takes a little longer. We're probably at like 9 or just under 10 hours. Like if we kill it on Monday when we go back in for a little pickup raid, then it'll be we'll be at, let's say, 10 hours of progression. Which isn't too bad. It took us about 7-ish on Hippocampus and maybe like not even 3 on Eric. And we're fine here. I might put up a bit of a wombo combo shield here. Just for the next phase of abilities. Oh, back too far. Gotta scooch into that corner a little more. So, I wanted to watch a show or something last night after a raid time just to hang out and chill in Discord. So I watched Red Notice, which is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds like thief spy caper movie on Netflix, which apparently has already been greenlit for 2 sequels to make it a trilogy. It was okay. Oh, the follow-up attack. Derp. It was fine. It was just one of those types of movies that, in that Ocean's 11-y kind of vein. What would the... Oh, that was the dancer. Like, very Ocean's 11-ish, where... like, everything that happens just kind of does between cuts. Like, there is some pretty wild, like, globe trotting and travel. And that's just movies in general, to some degree. But there's a bunch of travel in Red Notice. And it just literally just cuts, and all of a sudden they're across the world. They go from, like, Russia to Argentina. It just cuts, and it's like, boom, Argentina, or cuts, and it goes, boom, somewhere else. Like, you're like, okay, how did they get there? Do they have the resources to get there? They're being chased by, you know, the FBI and stuff, or Interpol in this case, and they can just travel freely across the world. It was just kind of weird. It's whatever. The movie doesn't need to be bogged down with how the travel happened. But, I mean, Gal Gadot, Dwayne Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds all have their own chemistry, and it was fine in the movie. It was enjoyable. It was a fun watch. Maybe it was a little long, but it was a little bit long. It's like almost 2 hours long. The movie is, because it has a lot of set pieces, and credit where credit is due. Those are 3 high-paid actors in a Netflix film. I don't know how much the budget of that movie was. I probably can look it up. Box Office Mojo, Red Notice. If they posted their budget. Looks like no. Looks like there is no budget posted. I mean, its worldwide take home right now is just under, well, it's a digital release, so hard to tell. Not even $200,000, which is nothing. But apparently it only released in Portugal. Is that because of one of the lead actors? Are they Portuguese? I don't actually know. I forgot IMDb Pro bought Box Office Mojo now. So I can't even look at any more stats unless I have an IMDb Pro account. Which, to what it's worth, there's a lot of information on this website. How about Red Notice budget? Apparently the proposed budget was $200 million US. Netflix do be throwing money. Red Notice's budget is ridiculous. Why Netflix spent so much? Well, it's 3 very high-paid actors, especially since Dwayne Johnson is potentially the biggest bankrolling actor on planet Earth right now. Basically, that means that every movie he's in always turns a huge profit because of his pull. But it's also a very... I don't know how many locations they shot on. I'm sure probably 2 or 3 of them are just film sets and they're just CGI backgrounded. It's entertaining, but it was a little bit slapstick, and Ryan Reynolds is just Ryan Reynolds, but he's referential to today. Like, Deadpool is obviously a comic book character and works in that world, and he does Deadpool really well. But Ryan Reynolds in most stuff, like he was recently in Free Guy, he just has a way of his dialogue is always very Ryan Reynolds. But it seems it was fine. There was like only 2 good jokes in the entire film. And one of them was almost at the very end of the movie. But it was delivered by Ryan Reynolds, and it was kind of funny. I had a chortle, if nothing else. Just a chortle. So I'm capped on astronomy now. I don't think I can buy anything this week. I don't think it really matters to do so, but we can go look. So yeah, back to Mia's thing. You got 6 to 8 inches expected of snow by this time tomorrow. Dang. Yeah, the second boss in the current raid tier is called the Hippocampus. Yep. Indeed. Oh, Ben's actually here and Katie's talking crap, and then Ben shows up. That's funny. Oh, man. Definitely getting that allergy. Oh, my eyes are all watery and red. They've been, might have to go take a quick break and rinse them and empty the face a little bit. Yeah, the cheapest stuff is $4.95, so I can't even buy anything until the reset. Because I'm 15 away. Because I bought Helm for Astro. I mean, there's accessories. I don't know which accessories I'm even using. I know Ring is not Astro healers. I have to pull up that that list again. It's not bracers. It's not earring. It might be necklace because it's the spell speed necklace. Maybe we're buying that. It's not an upgrade over the over melded necklace though. Not that I understand. Seven mind. Lose all that determination and all that direct hit just to get some spell speed. It's really all Astro cares about apparently though. It might only be an upgrade if I can take it all the way to 600 with the coding. Because then it'll be enough of an overall bump potentially. Might just wait for the coding. And this is one of the 2 piety pieces that the other 3 healers, I believe, wear. Maybe just white mage? Goodness. I don't know. Might just hold my... Nothing is too dire in need of purchasing currently. That's all right. That's Drippo Campus. Oh, no. We're not... No Drippo right now. Also, Dalthier, the meme he posted in Discord. Yeah. It's, I saw that last night. I could have posted it, which could have been a repost. What the heck? Why is He-Man trending? Kyle Allen has been cast as He-Man in the live-action Masters of the Universe film for Netflix. Don't know who that is. Apparently the animated Masters of the Universe that did not launch all that well is actually getting a season 2 in March already. I didn't know they're making a live action He-Man. Did that show need to be live actioned? It really like only kind of works as a cartoon because it's a little bit stupid and campy and I mean, He-Man is basically just like peach-skinned Hulk when he draws upon the power of Grayskull. So like no human person can look like that. So he's gonna have to be weird and CG unless they just don't, which then it won't look like He-Man. Weird. Whatever. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Wasn't really sure that needed to be done, but Netflix just do be wanting to make... Netflix has to churn out so much stuff to try to stay relevant, I suppose. Even if they're almost making too much stuff. I was browsing last night. That's why I just watched Red Notice, because it's just on their, like, the newly added page. I know they have to try to serve so many different types of markets and viewers, but man, they have so many production studios and editing houses working on stuff. It's a little baffling. There's just so many productions in the works, even despite the global state of things, which hopefully everyone is staying safe. Because it is a pretty wild amount of stuff. I mean, if it's animated content, it's a little different. People are, you know, safely spaced out in their, you know, animation cubicle. That's fine. But when it's all this live action stuff coming out, and now some of it was made a while ago. I was catching up on Red Letter Media did their like year in review 2021. So catching up on other stuff that wasn't like huge high budget and on different platforms and things. There's a lot of stuff came out last year despite everything being so locked down. Only so much went to theaters, which is the natural state of things. And Ben and Bob both just logged out. Did you guys get disconnected? Nope, they both just left. Is Ben... Maybe Ben and Bob are going for a nap? A dinner time nap, maybe? That could be it. So that's capped. That's fine. Go for some XP maybe in a frontline real quick. When your reboot fails, make a live action. Well, but the weird thing is the whole He-Man thing. They would have had to have put that in motion a while ago because contracts and agreements for film, to my understanding, is quite a long process. Taking, if not at minimum weeks to multiple months to go over negotiation, budget planning, casting, the writing process, the vetting of the writing process, the rewriting process, the pitching process, the rewriting of the it takes a long time. So in the case of He-Man, that animated show was made some time ago so they could start working on the second season if it was already greenlit behind the scenes. Kind of like Arcane. When Arcane was put out and then they waited for all 3 acts to drop and then said it's been greenlit for a second season. They have a contract. They're just only going to make it seem like it's popular enough to be rewarded a second season. But they would have already had to have pitched all of that, because normally TV shows are pitched as a season like pitch deck where you're going to be showing, you know, what's the show look like over the course of, I don't know, at least 2, if not 3, or up to 5 seasons to show where to illustrate where it's all going. But that means they already knew it was going to be picked up for a second season because they've already signed the paperwork for multiple seasons. Obviously, Arcane is pretty phenomenal and definitely worth the watch. I'm probably going to rewatch it. It was just great on so many levels. It had no right to be that good. But remember, oh, it's evil Tencent. That's who owns almost all of Riot Games. evil Chinese overlords. Or whatever. Oh yeah, I have hunt bills that I can do while waiting in queue. Let's see. Let's just pick... Let's just go right out, whoops. To a Favnair. Let's see. I think I did the Favnair ones, actually. So let's not do that. Let's go to Garlemund. They even released the second part on the Quiet? The second part. Are you talking... Oh, you're talking about the He-Man thing. Yeah, there was a second chunk. I mean, I saw the announcement. This guy's over here to the... Yeah. I saw the announcement that the second part of the animated He-Man came out. But I haven't watched any of it. Apparently, it's actually not that terrible after you get through the first chunk. It could be worth a watch. Could have watched that instead of... Or started watching that instead of Red Notice. Paladin. The job where everything starts doing the marching ants. Everything just lights up. Hit all the things that light up. But also, no, not really. Don't just do that. Because that would be incorrect. All right, let's do a little frontline action. Putting XP on my Paladin. But I'm going to probably do it as just White Mage to make it easy-er. I will do Astro. I only have those two set up for doing PvP. Astro and White Mage. Oh, I guess I set up Dark Knight too. Oh, this is the Fields of Glory. Yeah, when you queue for frontline, you queue for it on the job you want to give XP to, and then once you get into the staging ground, like everyone is doing right now, you see them going schwang, 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 schwang. You change to the relevant job you want to do the frontline on, but the job you queued in with gets the experience points. So this is, it's hold the points that turn off. Yeah, it's... Yeah, you're trying to hold the little monoliths in the middle, and then you go around to break the rock formations that form. I'm a Boyd. These first ones are just freebies, basically, though. Oh, you got 3 healers and a tank on this one. Nice. This also might be random, though. I'm actually not sure if these first ones are curated or random. I'm trying to jump around here and support this group. Astro plays a lot differently in PvP than in normal gameplay. It gets a lot of like free instacast spells. It's really weird. I mean, they can fight over there. Who cares? We have a group pushing on this flank. I think I'll fall sideways to this flank over here. Oh, hello. All right, see ya. Because that might as well be a thing. That samurai just like dashed, flew through us. The weird thing, to get participation in PvP as a healer, you have to like actually attack things though. You can't just heal to get credit. So you have to like tab target through and like dot things and cast him spurls. Gonna route a bit of the red team off here. I don't know why that ninja's like backpedaling super hard. In this game, it's all about movement in this game. This game mode. Nice little micro stun there. Oh man, red is getting a little routed here. I guess I'm supposed to use gravity when something gets low. Oh, poor red right now. Oh, but blue team is right on us. Oh, I can't cast that on outside party. On the alliance, basically. Did farm up a lot of heat on that though, which is good. Oh, blue wants to cut us off. No, no, no. That summoner is dusted. Red's coming back. Big Astro push. Everyone's got hots. I don't know how my divination just reset there. That was weird. Oh, I used it earlier, duh. Not reset. We have new... I don't think we have new... No, nothing new to fight over yet. The middle ones, too, coming up next. Gotta farm that heat! Whatever it's called. Adrenaline. It's a little bar up here. Every so many, like, tiers of adrenaline, you get a damage and healing done buff. Meaning that you get to do more of what you do. Healers also have mana problems. Well, not mana problems, but it's just that you can't spam. Like, you really need to get out of combat for a while as a healer. Because I am to get out of combat and like wait. I don't know if there's any other way to get your mana back in this game. Because ulting doesn't do that. Red's trying to push. Oh, well. Push successful. They're trying to push us out here. I got no mana. Well, the new lists are up, though. Got a wrap. Oh, this is bad. It's just this one? That's probably a waste. Damn. And we are second place right now. Oh, you were at the wrong place, White Mage. Bonk. Still don't have much mana back, though. Getting a tag on that one, damn. I don't know where that ninja is. Hit me, team. Hit me. Hip. That ninja is in. Oh, big ice north. Wow, that's right for blue. I don't know where that black mage is. Oh, they were over there. I am still running really low on mana here. That's all red. We're not going to get any tags on it. Guess we got some. Tactical retreat so we don't get sandwiched. Still getting sandwiched. That machinist. Yeah, so that was basically just given to red. So I guess we know that the next one... Oh, they lost their home objective. Maelstrom is seriously in the lead right now. Just gonna crank a bunch of healing out. Probably bad though. Yeah, I think they gotta wipe us here. This looks like a tactical retreat. Well, this is not good. Yep, dead. And right when the ice spawns, unfortunately, I went to go help a small group that was not the play. Yeah, I think Maelstrom gets this. They basically got handed a full large crystal because of how the rotation worked. Yeah. Yeah. They were so far behind. Maybe that was the whole point. Maybe there's like a built-in handicap system because they got so far behind at the start. The game just gives them the first crystal and they jumped out to like a huge lead. And that was that. All right, let's find these hunt mobs here. Oh well, still a huge XP though. That's all I was doing it for anyway. Is it multiple of these, I think? Probably. Usually it's 2 or 3. Yeah, it's 3. Nah, I can't snapshot my dot in time. Sword! My son have more aggro than me. I don't have tank stance on, but yeah, that one front line gave me 3.9 million. I mean, my bar was like really early in 82, and I went all the way. What the heck? Didn't I see a mob right here? What the heck? Doth my eyes deceive me? What down here? Hi, Luna. Yeah. Frontline PvP and stuff like that isn't that bad. It really isn't. It's just a little janky. It's a little janky, that's for sure. I gotta look again in the balance of little slasher robots over the top corner. I gotta look again in the balance for Paladin when they actually put up like precast Requiscat again, because of the 30 second window it's up now. You do buff yourself with it way earlier. I have to go look again when you do. Is it after you apply Goring Blade, maybe? Because you need to have enough time to get through one whole extra rotation with 3 atonements, and then you do your spell combo. Yeah, I gotta look and see when. When they do. Not seeing these little robots. They're in the urbanism or whatever. Do a random fate while I'm here. There. I think it's like one more global and then you cast it. Because I feel like I didn't have enough time before when I tried that to get the whole combo off afterwards. Paladin is just really involved for a tank. Got the 11 globals inside the fire flight window, which is good. But you have to have enough time to cast all these holy spirits. That was enough time. See, I won't have to. I guess at the current stage I have to re-Goring Blade there, but I didn't have to that time because I'm going to get a button for it later, but it's a pretty involved tank. So you balance between a combo that gives Goring Blade, then a combo that gives Atonement, then a combo that gives Confidier, and then post Confidier you hit it 3 more times for the big sword wombo combo. Where the heck are these little slasher guys? Maybe even more north? Gross. I thought these guys were around the park from when we were here during MSQ. Let's go look. Because they're just the small little clattery robots. But all that's up here is the floaty kind. Yeah, see, I'm not in the same zone anymore. Oh, they are so this is still, this chunk here still counts as the urban area, but right here doesn't. Clearly. Bonk. Shield bonking. Sword. There we go. Those are all the hunt bills for that zone. Have I done the weekly hunt yet? I don't know if I have. I have to go. We'll have to go check. Where to next? The moon? Go to the moon. That's the wrong thing. Can I go do my fairy dailies on my paladin as well? What the heck is that, Harry? Mrs. Butterworth in conjunction with Post Cereals has a Fruity Pebbles flavored syrup.
That sounds absolutely vile. Ugh. What the heck?
That's terrible. What? No. Mm-mm. I'm gonna hit you with the big... Absolutely not. Alright, so the sweeper... right over here. Oh, that sounds wicked gross. Pop, fight, or flight there at the wrong global, I think, but whatever. Oh no. Yeah, someone I should tweet at Mythical Chef Josh and see if he's seen that. Knowing their social media team, I imagine. Because he'll probably make something awful with it. Just the worst. Alright, Wanderers are way over there. The Trimmers are over next to me, and the Moose. Alright, we're going around in a circle, boys. Back in the boats. I just don't know what that would taste like. I mean, Fruity Pebbles flavor is just like fake fruit, right? It's just chemical fruit. That's all it is. It's chemical fruit flavor. So what the heck would that taste like when you just put it into not real maple syrup? Because Mrs. Butterworth is not real maple syrup. Get Div in here to confirm deny. I'm pretty sure there'd be no denying. I mean, a lot of my extended family is from up north in and or around sort of the New England area, Vermont, Massachusetts, etc. So there's a lot of real, either Vermont-based or Canadian-based maple syrup that I grew up with in our family from like gifts or whatever. And fake syrup is just a weird corn syrup derivative. It's not real tree blood. And once you have like the real stuff, like real refined pure maple syrup, the fake stuff is just vile. Just nasty. Just nasty. Big gross. I mean, some people like it. I guess they can't have tree blood, but that's unfortunate if they can't. Big sword. Not even that big of a sword, but who are the Wanderers again? At the Searing brand? Okay. Beyond the moon, though. What's up, Nico? Yeah, I mean, you tell me what... I mean, syrup is basically tree blood. Not wrong. I don't know. I'm a food snob, apparently, because I like good food. Enjoying good, well-made, well-processed, not full of garbage food makes me a food snob. So, normally, especially in large Discord lobbies, I just don't bring up food anymore. Because I just don't want the awkward confrontation that doesn't mean anything. Just don't want my friends and long-standing community members to fill their body with garbage, but I don't know. I guess technically breathing air is garbage, since everyone that has ever breathed oxygen dies. So, whatever. Elpis it is. I eat whatever that is eatable. Wait. You eat whatever is eatable? Do you mean edible? Lost in translation? I mean, I get what you mean. I'm just giving crap. Bum, 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 bum. So, Bird of Elpis is just somewhere on this chunk. I believe. Not those giant ones. Those are the Occupiti, or whatever the hell they're pronounced. Maybe over here. This is just tree chads on this side. What the heck? You know what? I think they're here. If I remember correctly from the MSQ. It's just butterflies and unicorns. Yeah, I think they're back south more. Well, if you eat whatever is eatable, Nico, what have you eaten today? What was for dinner, I guess, for your time zone? What was for dinar? I'm probably just doing chicken and veggies tonight myself. Chicken and vegetables. And after stream, I'm going to finish working on and editing up and rendering and uploading. There's still three more MSQ chunks to post, and I may record just a solo podcast for Monday. So got a video for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I should have enough going on until into next Friday's stream to post something every single day. I'm also posting when videos go up, of course, on the social media. I've been trying to post once a day on Instagram, although that's something I'm going to be evolving here soon enough. Where the hell are these birds? Free. This is garbage. It's in this chunk, but I've flown around the whole chunk and there are no birds. There's a big lack of bird. A large lack of bird is going on. Just saw some other people doing this fate, so might as well jump in. I do still need fates in this zone. I popped my fight or flight wrong, so no extra snapshot there. Sword! Fish stuffed with pesto and hollandaise and deep fried with some salad. So you had a deep fried pesto and hollandaise stuffed like fish breast or something. What kind of fish was it? Just like a cod or something? Very European. I mean, you are, so duh, I guess? Somewhere over there. I forgot off the top of my head. Interesting, though, too. Pesto and hollandaise. I don't think I've ever had that combination before. I also don't know where these freaking birds are. Heck. I may have OGC'd that wrong, but... Oh. My ability missed, so I don't get my combo. My ability missed, I don't get my combo. Whitefish. Well, okay. That must be a regional thing to call it whitefish, because I don't know if that's something different. I don't know what fish that would fall under, because most fish meat is white-ish. So I'm just trying to wonder which one that was. And obviously, salmon and tuna aren't exactly white fish, but also normally like store purchased salmon has been dyed. It is not normally that color. Not to that crazy reddish degree. My freaking combo keeps missing. These mobs are higher level than me. Was it cod? Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Western Family, Canadian Grade A Amber, rich taste, 100% pure maple syrup. 375 milliliters. Oh, Dave is talking about... We're talking about syrup in memes now. Yep, Div is... I'm on the same wavelength as Div, but that's just, again, because a lot of my extended family is from that Vermont, Massachusetts, New England area. Got plenty of real tree blood up there. What's up, Gorek? How you doing, sir? Already been live for like 2 hours. Where were you? Probably having some delicious food. We've been talking about food a little bit. We were talking about maple syrup, and now we've got a maple syrup discussion going on in memes a little bit there, with Div chiming in. Mostly when people were talking about the Fruity Pebbles flavored Mrs. Butterworth, which is like big yak. What the heck? Oh, that's a fate. Oh, that's a hunt mob, yeah. Where the hell are these birds? I've passed by griffin-esque birds and weird long-necked birds, but those aren't the birds. So I don't know where they are. They're not tied to a fate, so maybe they're not here. Incorrectly labeled. Maybe they're on this side of the island. Let's go all the way across the island here. All the way across the island, man. And we'll find out. Also, I dinged. Oh, okay. So Norway. Yeah, I would assume lots of fish up there. You are almost totally surrounded by it. I mean, so am I in Florida. Oh yeah, they're right here. So it's on the northern side of the island. Kirk went to Walmart, got some stuff and things, and then went to Famous Dave's and had you a brisket. Okay. I don't know if that's acceptable or not, but I mean, if you partook, it's fair. A new grading scale for maple syrup. Oh, here we go. Golden delicious, amber rich, dark robust, and very dark strong. Unfermented, even in color, sediment free, no cloudiness, maple flavor characteristics of its color and class, no objectionable odor or taste. From the Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada Board, the Federation of Quebecois Maple Syrup Producers. That's Quebecois? Oh, so it's a grading variant. Color grading tree blood chart. Solid. Hit you with a nice. I can't type. Alright, that's done. So do I have any more? Still do. Where are we going? Going to UT. Nice. Correct. Are you just Google translating Norwegian? Don't do that. Normally, Google Translate's okay, but it's also gonna normally be... I've watched one too many TikTok/Instagram videos, at least with Japanese translations. From Google that like just isn't right. So it's kind of funny. I mean, harmless, but funny. Since I haven't caused any mischief today yet, here we go. Oh no. Kitty is posting more cringe. Oh God. My combo keeps missing. These are much higher level mobs than me, so. Whack. Oh, I only need to kill one of these. Oh well. What is this crap? Captain Crunch's Berry-tastic Pancake Mix and Captain Crunch's Ocean Blue Artificially Maple Flavored Syrup. I like how they have to put that it's artificially flavored in huge text. It's so weird. Food regulations in America are so incredibly silly compared to other countries. Like, what's the sawdust and bug percentage of food in America compared to other countries? I gotta go to Labyrinthos, looks like. We take our tree blood seriously up here. Yes, indeed. Oh, you know a few words? I've been raiding with Europeans for years. Oh. Oh, Tira, is it? Yeah, Google Translate is so bad with Asian languages. Well, yeah. They're funny videos, though. There's essentially as a woman that makes, like, TikToks and Instagrams, and cross posts, whatever, that makes, like, looks like common phrases that like Americans or whoever would go to Japan to try to say, and they just use like the Google Translate phone app or something. And normally it's fine. Like, she says the translation works, but the way some of the grammatical nature or how the conversation would go isn't how you talk in Japanese. So she tries to correct that and give you the actual, like, well, this word would actually be here instead, and you wouldn't use like this conjugation, you'd use this one. They're really quick videos, right? And she's funny about it because she always reacts to it really awkwardly, because sometimes they just don't say what you think they say. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Oh, they're both way up here. Okay, well, you know, we'll just fly. Already in the air, flying the wrong direction, no big deal. It's also mostly because at least Japanese is a language that essentially originated and only is spoken there unless you learn it specifically. It's not as widespread as many other languages. Other Asian languages are definitely more widely, most like Mandarin and Korean. They're much wider in that area. Japanese is so very specific. So unless you go out of your way to learn it or you grow up learning it, that's really the only people that speak it. Whereas, you know, other languages like Spanish obviously gets widely accumulated around. Same thing with English, right? Either American or British English, depending on if it's like American based, South American based, even like South African based, but that's more like European. Since South Africa specifically has a lot of ties to Britain, to like British English. But yeah, Japanese is really only spoken in Japan. So it does make it harder to bird. To find more birds. Heck. As a self-proclaimed weeb with elementary Japanese understanding, I can attest. Also, hey, babe, hope you're enjoying Endwalker so far. Yeah. I'm still getting all of my MSQ chunks online. There's still, I think, 3 more left. before I get into more curated videos. I wanted to have all that stuff archived online before I sat down to make more scripted stuff. I did my first little hand at making a little patch video. Didn't work very well. I mean, none of my videos right now are doing well, so I'd have to keep churning stuff out and eventually, hopefully, make something happen. But yeah, just working on those. All the MSQ stuff is just me cleaning up the chunks from my live stream, since there was a lot. It took me like 9 days to get through. I wanted to do every dungeon and trial, the last main story quest. So I've got the last trial to do, as well as sort of the end of the game duty, and then the, like, as credits roll, my initial thoughts. So those 3 are the next ones coming out. All right, well, that's not where I thought those were going to be. Oh, yes, they are. I moved over too much to the east. Okay, so we're still going over here. Find these damn birds. Oh, see, Nico's helping out Gorak with his translation there. What the hell do you mean self-proclaimed weeb? I mean, raise that flag and fly it high. I haven't watched a bunch of anime in a while. I did just get an email the other day that I've been being double charged by both Crunchyroll and Verve, because I moved over my thing to Verve. But then I guess Rooster Teeth pulled their membership with Verve, so now Rooster Teeth isn't on there anymore. There's a couple other things, but I feel like now I should just roll back my membership and just do Crunchyroll, because I only want to watch the animes. But there were some things on Rooster Teeth that I was watching over there, like the death battles and stuff, but I guess they canceled their contract with them. So now it's like Mundo Media or something, which doesn't really have anything that interests me. And there's one other like animation movie service that I was like, meh. There's no reason I should be paying like $3 more a month for a service that I'm barely using. Where are these friggin' birds? But I know I haven't watched any of the new Demon Slayer. I haven't watched any of the new My Hero Academia. I haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen. To name a few. We just watched the Demon Slayer movie, the Mugen Train, a little while ago, which we watched it with the anime lead in and then the film. So I can just start now on the next episode. Just haven't really sat down to watch anime lately. I've been catching up on other things. Like I watched all of Arcane. I watched all of The Witcher Season 2. Both great. Arcane is like a work of art. That's like so freaking good. Witcher Season 2 is just fine. It's good. It's not like it didn't like knock my socks off. It was just good. I was like, this is enjoyable. I like it. Again, I just watched Red Notice the other day. I watched something else before all that. I got to watch Midnight Mass. There was something else I just finished watching. The second season of Love, Death, and Robots. That was something else. So yeah, just trying to catch up on a bunch of media just to absorb into my brainial region, but I haven't really dug into the anime side of things just yet. Well, we do have a huge weeb in our Discord community too. I don't know if you're already in the Discord or what your name is there in comparison, but I mean, we make fun of Fresh Kid for it. But I think Harry is more of a weeb because he reads a ton of manga. he reads a
Ton of manga?
but he reads a lot. He was just reading like 2 more. Like he was reading a new sports anime the other day, or sports manga. Sorry, that's not an anime yet. Yeah, I don't know where these birds are. I don't think they're actually here. If outer circuit is this whole part, maybe it's like, maybe they're over here. Because it lists them as outer circuit. So I gotta be at the very, very highest level, and then I gotta do a full sweep. The hunt hint is not always that direct. It's weird though when it gives you, when it like blops you onto the map marker, bloop, you think they're somewhere around here, but they're just not. So let's go look around this outside. You think Sony bought Crunchyroll a while? There is a new overlay. All of Crunchyroll does look different. I noticed it the other day. I was watching extra stuff with Verve, but yeah, I gotta roll that back and cancel Verve and just go back to Crunchyroll. Because there's no point in having the more expensive service I'm not taking part in. No offense to the media that's on there, I'm just not gonna be able to watch enough of it to matter. Yeah, here they are. So it's the outer circuit, but not where the map marker even remotely says. Kinda. Arcane is truly a masterpiece, easily the best non-Japanese animated show you have seen maybe ever. Recently maybe. I mean, it falls into the category that it's so good, it will make me remember it for years to come, in the same realm of, say, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then to a somewhat lesser extent, but still an enjoyable one, Korra. The Legend of Korra. I mean, I just like all the Avatar stuff. I can't wait for more official Avatar things, considering that Avatar Studios is now a thing. I probably should do what Bob did eventually and pick up all of the extended graphic novels for more, both Avatar and Korra. Really, really great stuff. So it's in that sort of echelon for me. It's up there. I mean, the Voltron Netflix animated series, also really, really good. If we're talking about like, you know, non-Japanese animation oriented stuff, even though I don't know where technically was all of, what studio did the animation for Arcane? I know their name, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. Let's go look real quick. Yeah, so it's by a French studio. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Fortiche? Or Fortiche? It's Fortiche. Fortange? Or I don't. It's in French, so I don't know how it's properly pronounced, because my American accent would want to call it like, yeah, Fortiche. They're the ones behind the production. Yeah. Yeah, no, Arcane is so good. I need to rewatch it. I'm probably going to. Probably give it a good rewatch. Yeah. I mean, part of it was, I mean, it was all produced by Riot, but yeah, the animation studio is, again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Fortiche, maybe? Could be it. Going back to Elpis. Where are those trees at? Yeah, and the Voltron animated show was made by the same studio that did Korra, if I remember correctly. It was like their next project or so after they did Legend of Korra, was they did the Voltron show, and Voltron was great. I think the trees were like over here somewhere. Other side, maybe? The weekly hunt. Well, I guess it doesn't matter where the trees are. I have to fly around and find them. Because it spawns randomly. Could go to the hunt site in real quick and check it, though. Well, the new Castlevania on Netflix, though, isn't... That's a totally different story, right? Because the current one is done. Yeah, the new upcoming chapter. I didn't finish the final chapter of Castlevania. That could be on the list. Yep, I didn't finish that yet. I watched the first 2 seasons, and the third one is the end. Maybe I can start watching that tonight. Or I start watching Midnight Mass. I don't know. Something like that. The other thing, as a quick aside, is if you're hanging out in the stream and you're enjoying the comfy vibes of this LA7. And I appreciate it if you hit the like button. That's important here on this stream or any of the videos and things that you watch on the channel. As I'm trying to go in a different direction and cover different things. I do want to sit down and record some more Darkest Dungeon here soon with the new patch update. I just did like almost 3 weeks straight of Darkest Dungeon when it first came out. But I will want to do some more of that. All right, we got to fly around and see if we can find this tree. Not sure where it is. But yeah, YouTube is all about engagement. So commenting on, liking the video all helps. Because I've posted a lot of stuff lately, but not everyone wants to watch all the MSQ stuff for spoilers, or they've already seen it or whatever, which is fine. But definitely going to get to work on a bunch of my curated list of things. First up being just my overall like ramblings about this game. I just sat down the other day and there's a YouTube channel called, like, it's Never Knows Best. I just saw it in my recommendeds, which is where your videos want to be. And it was a 2-hour-ish, like 2 hours and 12 minutes, I believe. Very lengthy, in-depth review of Final Fantasy XIV. With some light comparisons to other MMOs and definitely some to World of Warcraft, but primarily just trying to talk about Final Fantasy XIV and the positives and the negatives of the game. And I definitely, the creator of that video definitely put their time into everything, because I pretty much agree with almost all of it. There's a lot of really great things about this game, but there are still some things that are annoying and not so great. And the same thing with World of Warcraft, is there's a lot of things in World of Warcraft that are awesome, but there's many things that aren't so great. The comparisons there are mostly because of WoW being the like ipso facto definitive genre defining MMO for so long, and now has clearly, both because of story and systems, fallen out of favor for so many people. I think trying to lightly script my thoughts on that is clearly something that should be put out there, because I covered World of Warcraft almost explicitly for the better part of what, 7 or 8 years, for a long time. I mean, all those videos are still right here on YouTube. 200 or more episodes of my live show, as well as the different BlizzCon coverage that I went to and the different dev interviews over the years. Really was jamming on that game. But one of the biggest things that bothered me is when we finally made a community guild and had a few dozen people in the guild, it slowly started deteriorating over time, because the only way to like move your character forward is to slam your face in a Mythic Plus, which not everyone liked, for random rewards. Never anything that was curatable, really. And I think, I don't know what my total is. There's a spreadsheet we had that tracked your Mythic Plus. I think I was at a few hundred Mythic Plus runs done in Shadowlands. And the small group we had that would run them had fun with them. But every single week, it was just like not moving your character forward. And it just never felt like your time was... Like Blizzard didn't care about your time in the game. They just cared that your time was spent in their game, and that you were giving them money every single month. But the major difference in 14's gearing to WoW's gearing is night and day. Every single reset, if you raid, you progress your character, even if it's just with the token book. In normal, though, you can obviously always progress, because it's just farmable, and you get your tokens every week, and you buy your gear, you get your weekly tomestones. The YouTuber did call them tombstones, which is a different word entirely. They're tome. A tome is like a large book. T-O-M-E, tomestones, these things. That's a tomestone. Granted, that's also a dialect thing. He was not like a... I think he was British, potentially, or somewhere from Europe. A tomb. T-O-M-B. A tomb is where someone is interred. It's where you're laid to rest. It's a grave. A tomb versus a tome. But you always can move forward until you've done every role quest, every job quest, every side quest, like main ones like Hildebrand, which I'm working on a little bit, which we'll probably jump into next for the last little bit of the stream. You always... I'm just flying around because I'm trying to find this damn hunt, and once you're close enough, it gives you a prompt. Like, you sense your mark to the blah. So I'm looking for that prompt. I haven't gotten it yet. But every single week when we raid now, we're moving our characters forward. Not just myself, maybe, but as a group. And we had a few weeks in a row where just no one gets anything. Or no one gets... Or people get stuff, but they can't trade it because of the whole personal loot garbage and the loot restrictions. You have no loot agency. And you might defeat a lot of bosses in a WoW raid every week, but it's always random. There's also too much loot in the game. It's a little conflated with how many slots work and how wild the dice rolls get eventually. And it just got... people started teetering off, like they weren't enjoying it. A few people went to play Classic, which really, and from a loot game perspective, is no different. It's still random. very little agency at all. But I guess that's a difference in an opinion there too, because some people enjoy that the grindy loot nature. But if you're about to sink X number of your time in hours, or let's be real, days played every week, you want to be able to move the needle, right? So I already flew around this island, so I have to pull up the hunt tracker and see where this one spawns. Because I have not gotten that prompt yet. These islands are both they're all just big circles. You just fly around like a middle diameter of them and you eventually should see the prompt, right? Just tough, man. And I saw, like, you know, long-standing community members, you know, friends of mine just not wanting to play WoW anymore because of week on end of not being able to move their character forward. Obviously their character probably around that time was, you know, geared to a degree, but then it's just like, you know, how many weeks do you have to grind to get that trinket? How many RNG rolls do you have to roll to get that weapon? Because you can't get anything else once you're at a certain point. Like you're waiting for very specific pieces that may never drop for months. And you're supposed to just keep going. At a certain point, you're just kind of like, this is not worth it anymore. It's just, I'm doing the same thing every week that I do and I get nothing for it. This is not to discount the camaraderie and just, you know, and banter aspect of raiding every week with people you've known for years now in the video game world. Maybe it's all the way up here. Maybe you could spawn on the top island, maybe? I don't know if you could. Let's go look. I didn't fly around there yet. That's the big thing that just really slowly tore people away from WoW. Also, I mean, character balance and fun classes to play is a weird one to argue, because the differences in Final Fantasy XIV to World of Warcraft's character job spec design, very different. Very, very, very different. Oh, you say you're marked to the north. Yep, he's up here. Oh, literally right there. Look at that. Cannot kill this on my Paladin, 2 level. This one's only worth currency as well. These aren't worth XP. I am that. Wait, TOME can also be used as tomb? I always known that TOME is tome, like a book, and TOMB is tomb, like the catacombs. There are tombs in the catacombs or something like that. Have I done Endwalker Savage yet? Oh yeah, Tira, I was talking about it earlier. Yeah, we're probably gonna kill. We're in phase 4. We're on the transition into phase 4 on Phoenix on P3S. I have my first 2 Savage videos online as well. P1 and P2S are already online here as well. They're in the Final Fantasy XIV edited playlist. It should be on the front page of my channel or just on the playlist tab, obviously. So all those like first Savage kills will go up. I'll probably edit together for fun the story unlocks when just for archiving purposes. I want to put up. I recorded a bunch of old stuff too, like our first Diamond Weapon Extreme. I recorded our first Bahamut kill back in October of last year. I recorded. I technically recorded all 3 of our extreme weapon trials because we did all those together as a free company. So I'll eventually put those up. They're obviously older and dated and not as relevant, but they're just kind of fun. And I like archiving stuff to be able to look back upon later. So yeah, the first 2 pandemoniums we killed, 1 week 1, 1 week 2, and we're at 25% was our best pull so far, but we wiped during the transition from Firestorms of Asphodelos into Life's Agonies. So we're right there. Once we get through that rotation, it's just phase 1 again. And we'll be at just around 20% or so. And we use the healer limit break on progression pull, so we can just use a DPS one, so we should be fine. So we're going back in as a pickup raid this coming Monday for about an hour and a half, just to get in there, finish off the fight, and then move on before the reset. So yeah, we're doing the thing. I'm playing Astro for all of that, so I have my earring, I have my bracelet. I'm mostly passing on gear right now. We're putting all of our 590 weapon tokens on our DPS. And then primarily left side armor on our DPS as well. Remember, the gear priority is DPS always first, and then your tanks and healers. Just whatever better pieces are better. So, but yeah, we'll be on Vampire Daddy after the reset. And it's pretty good. I've got a bunch of just tokens I'm storing up from normal to put on probably my tanks. I'll put 580 gear on my tanks because I don't need it on my healers because they're getting savage gear. I get a 590 weapon after reset from normal as well. That'll be my first weapon upgrade, even though I don't know how much of an upgrade it is over a fully pentamelded. It probably is better, but barely. So I might as well get a 590 weapon before we go into P4S progression. Right? Like, we don't have enough time to put in the raiding time like the other really, really good free companies and statics in this game, which is also just fine. We only raid between 8-ish hours a week. And obviously the like Mr. Happy's group and you know, like TPS and things of that nature, like the really good raiding guilds that have been farming and killed Vampire Daddy week 1, all this kind of stuff, they probably put in 8 hours or more on day 1. And that's our full week of raiding because of we have to squeeze in all this time between work schedule and school schedule. And then we also have one of my other healer, Bob, he works nights. So we only have this window of time, this like less than 4-hour window of time each night to even raid. Also considering Ben is on the static team, he is British. He lives in the UK. So he's raiding in the middle of the night, which he's a degenerate gamer anyway, so it doesn't matter. But that is a thing. But yeah, we'll be on the last boss after reset, most likely. All reasons you just mentioned are the same reasons I had for not continuing Shadowlands past getting Curve in Nathria. Just couldn't be bothered to invest the time required to keep going. Yeah. We did Heroic Nathria, and then we did Heroic Sanctum with our community guild. All we wanted to do was Heroic raid. Again, didn't have a lot of time to raid, so we did a lot of mythic. We did the first mythic boss in Nathria, and then farmed a lot of mythic trash, both to make haha, to make gold, and to get BOEs, to get the max level BOEs, which we got plenty of, and we made a good chunk of gold for sure. I don't have an active subscription to World of Warcraft right now because I don't want to, especially right now with the current climate, I want to support all the creatives that are at, but I also don't want to give any more of my money to Kotick and his cronies. But like, it matters. It really doesn't matter what I think in that regard. I'm also not playing World of Warcraft much right now. So. Let's actually go do the role quest from Shadowbringers because I haven't finished it yet. So I'm not going to be like super reading this out. Just kind of going to be speed reading and going through the motions, just trying to get these done. It's my last one before I get the last one. But just to change it up, something a little different for the next little bit. It's funny though, Gorike. It's also frustrating because you and I are shaman players, and the enhancement shaman bonuses, both from the new tier set and the enhancement shaman updates coming in the next patch in Shadowlands, are both really good. But it's weird because a lot of that feedback that was given is stuff that has been reported on and given over to Blizzard for a long time. It was all just stuff they took out of the spec to begin with, and now showing that they listen, they're putting it back in. So for enhancement, for example, the two major things is that apparently, based on WordUp's tweet and the latest PTR build, shocks for enhancement don't share a cooldown. So Flame Shock and Frost Shock are desynced now. So Frost Shock is just going to always be filler, and you'll Flame Shock so you can cross dot just whenever. And Lava Lash now will spread Flame Shock. Every time you Lava Lash into a Flame Shock target, it'll spread up to 3, and they can be on maximum 6 at a time. Well, like, yeah, it's too little too freaking late. These were things that were core to the class that were really fun going from Warlords into Legion, and they just removed them. So they're just adding them back in now. Like, why even take them out in the first place? You're on the ads in phase 3 right now yourself. My group only raids like 4-ish hours a week or so. Yeah, so you raid a little less than we do. We get about 3 hours on Tuesday and only around 2 hours Wednesday and Thursday. Unless we can do like we've done one Saturday pickup raid for like an hour, hour and a half. And then we're doing a Monday pickup raid this coming Monday. So that's why I say we get maybe 10 hours a week. Not even. Maybe 9 hours a week. And it's enough. It's just, it's a little stressful because we are kind of always against a timer. So whenever we're progressing and we feel like we're getting good at certain mechanics and doing them properly, and like I use CactBot, which does help for certain things, but it gives you, it does make the stupid bird tether phase on P3S incredibly easy, which is helpful. But I've also raided with boss mods since World of Warcraft for, 12, 13 years. So not using them at all was a really weird change. But CactBot also doesn't like do the whole fight for you. But I don't know, maybe it's boomer brain. I like the timers to notifications so that I can keep up with the pace of encounters. Otherwise, I just get lost in the sauce. Sometimes. I mean, especially because I'm playing Astrologian right now. Astro is the busiest healer, and it helps keep me on pace so that I can make calls to get everyone else on pace. But, I mean, even using CactBot, like, it doesn't solve the freaking, like, overflow cutter rotation in Hippocampus Phase 3. Right? You have to know where to stand. You have to plan where to stand. You have to go to those places. You have to time your cooldowns. You have to move properly. It just says, like, it'll say, like, short arrow north. You're like, okay. It helps some things, but realistically, it doesn't play the game for you as much as, like, DBM would. But World of Warcraft has so many abilities and so much spell queuing randomness on those abilities in raid fights. You almost need a combination of DBM and weak auras that have gone so prolific because Blizzard has to keep designing stuff to try to combat that, but then we still find ways to combat what they design. It's not how, it's just not how Final Fantasy works. I mean, we could, like I said, my face is so orange because of the freaking sand. My first 2 kills are online. The third one and the fourth one will be up. And then I recorded all of the like lore unlocks for the raid. So I might make either a compilation of us doing all 4 of the first bosses. It'd be a longer video. I think it'd be cool to like watch our first runs through of all of them when we have no idea what's going on and we just die to stuff, versus seeing of obviously doing savage fights. And when you watch savage fights in Final Fantasy, when you do them correctly, almost nothing happens, which is very strange. Because when you do the mechanics properly and move correctly and don't take damage downs and don't take vulns, right? Which is how you're meant to do them, the fights are so incredibly clean because they have to be by design. Because if you don't, then you almost always die, or you get risk of death, or you're doing less damage, right? Like you just can't like fart around in these 14 encounters. And even watching back, because Bob and I have done VOD reviews to try to like get better and learn stuff together, watching Eric and Hippocampus, our first 2 kills, they're both, I noticed times that I just derp. I definitely derp on Astro during that fight because I was still learning it. I've been putting a lot more time into Astro since because of that. And then I white maged Hippocampus because I wanted to use Lily on the arrows, on the second arrows and third arrows because it's so strong. But I'm back to Astro for Phoenix because Macrocosm in Life's Agonies is too good. Definitely a lot of things to learn, Gorek. And again, there's a Discord we can help you with. There's questions that can be answered because there's people that are playing Dragoon. Because even in this huge review of 14 that I watched the other day, there are still very clear differences in the combat styles, even if they're not as slow as people claim. And now that I see it firsthand, there's actually a chart in the video that was brought up. I don't know how accurate or how new the chart is, but like comparing APM in 14 versus World of Warcraft, and obviously APM is not a determining factor of difficulty, but it feels like there's a lot of ways you can mess up in both games. But messing up in World of Warcraft is like, oops, I hit the wrong spell, I'll just immediately start casting the right spell. When you mess up in 14, there are things you just don't get back in this game. If you don't do the right rotation, you lose your combo, or you lose your ability to cast a certain spell. Like, they're just gone. If you don't do your red mage combo enough, you just don't get those spells to follow up on, right? And there's definitely a different amount of that. And obviously combat in World of Warcraft probably still feels better. It's way more responsive and very click-clackety. Whereas 14 is a different paced system. But I do feel like 14 has more fail states, you fucked up moments that you have to not do, compared to World of Warcraft, where the highest tier, like perfect play enhancement shaman, for example, and the just hit buttons that light up forehead enhancement shaman isn't really that far apart. Now, different classes, of course, are going to have different values of that. Like certain warlock specs or like rogue specs, for example, are going to have a different delineation of face roll versus proper play. But if you don't properly play in 14, you just do less damage. You don't get certain abilities. You don't get the potency buffs. You don't get the right combos. You just don't get certain things. You have to play each of these jobs a certain way that's been designed to be played that way. And that's very different than WoW. World of Warcraft is a lot more, how do we mitigate the RNG? Or how do we gear to make that RNG in our favor? that gearing thing really isn't in 14 at all, because gear is a lot more concrete or static. Angry mage. He returned to WoW for Nathria, committed to only use LVUI for a clean setup. I had no trouble personally without dumb. Wait, I had no trouble personally. Oh, without DBM or weak auras. Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing certain boss fights and things in Mythic or whatever, it's hard to play. World of Warcraft is so like one in the other with, you know, DBM and big wigs and how boss fights work in that game. I don't know if it would feel really different to play World of Warcraft without those. It would be maybe a refreshing change of pace, but I don't know if you could play at the highest level without them. I don't know. Oh no, it's the black hole sun. Won't you come and wash away the rain, black hole sun? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun. Oh, he stabilized it. Angry sun protege, dark magic. Oh no, the echo. F. Oh, it's a flashback. Obviously. The cave-in is clearly sealed off the tunnel behind us. We have no recourse but to press on without our companions. Oh, this is definitely younger explorers. They're in garbage gear. They're in leveling gear. Gotta slay the beast in the cave. I too made a promise to my companions, and I promise I mean to keep. I thought that splitting up was a bad idea. If Brandon and Rendere were here, this second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us. Oh, they're chasing... Okay. Cave-ins. The beast was first sighted on the same day the tremors began, its very presence sucking the mountains dry of its ether. We dwarves know these caves as well as we know our own bodies, trust me. Is that why all your beards are fake? Suppose we'd best make short work of it before anything comes crashing down. Clear a few of the mythic encounters in Nathria as well. Only the first 3 or so. Yeah. And the first 3 are sort of the vetting fights. Just because there's so many encounters in World of Warcraft. They always have like the throwaway encounters, and then the mid-tier, and then the last 2 to 3 bosses are always like the real encounters, right? Where do you think you're going? I took your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Wow, toxic. This is early on in their adventures, it must be. Says they're not as chummy yet. These characters, anyway. I haven't even done any of the role quests in Endwalker yet. I was waiting until I had all the Shadowbringers 1 caught up. The tremors grow stronger. No doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes our tomb. See? Our tomb. Right there. T-O-M-B. Or tomb, because English is kind of dumb. But it becomes our tomb. Maybe we should pronounce things as they're actually spelt. But yeah, tomb. Right there. No E on the end, so it's not tome. silly languages. There is a guy I follow on Instagram called Idea Soup, which is kind of one of the ideas that I'm pulling from to make micro short form content for YouTube Shorts and Instagram, and I might as well make a TikTok and just post it everywhere. But he just does like little informational blasts of random history. He's like big into history, and he posted a video, I guess yesterday, before yesterday, that was talking about all the different words, not all of them because there's too many, comparing different countries, you know, native dialect, English, Japanese, whatever, to how many. Oh, I get to play as a not black mage. Comparing how many words for snow or snow related weather they have. So snow, ice, sleet, all those kind of weather oriented things. And some languages have, you know, 30, 40, 50, upwards of maybe 60 or so different words that describe that like wintry weather conditions. But apparently Scotland and Scottish, at least that branch, I think that was the one he was talking about, has over 200 words. They have all these specific words that are like for very specific weather conditions involving snow. Over 200 words just for that. So this is going to be Fire 3, Blizzard 3, Thunder, and Flare. Okay, but there's no does this version of Black Mage have any? I don't know if it has any. Yeah, it doesn't have any buff windows to care about, so it's just hit fire until you're almost and then hit flare, and then build back up with blizzard. Kaboom! I guess I probably should have maintained my thunder, but whatever. Oh, electrocution. It's not even the actual thunder icon. Look at this. Look at this garbage gear we're wearing. Look at this level 20 stick. This is early on in these characters, and they run double tank. They run actually triple tank. This group of adventurers, they run triple tank in their full 8-man squad. It's so funny. You can't even do that. Here, one more cast. Oh, yo, dude. Yeah. It's just 2 casts of Blizzard. Looks like it. Just says restores MP, but I think it gives 5,000. All tanks. I want to do a Doma Castle. You're on Doma Castle. Oh, Gorek's getting into the real shit soon. Yeah, I could tank a Doma Castle for you. Still gonna figure out when you want to do all the Trial, Alliance, Raid, and Raid series, Gorek. You have so much left to unlock. It's actually insane. Kadoosh. Give him 1 Blizzard, and then 1 Thunder, another Blizzard. Yeah. Oh, God. I got blasted there. And that was obviously scripted. Oh, okay. This is them learning teamwork. If we were on the same data center, I would help as well. Yeah, we're on Primal. We are definitely on Primal. Yep, yep. Okay, Dalthier, what's up? I hope nothing bad happens to them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. Thunder. Fire. Fire. One more? Nope, one more. Then flare. Then blizzard. Then blizzard. And thunder. And fire. This is very basic Black Mage in this solo duty. Whoop. Just in time for flare. Oh! I guess technically Blizzard AoEs as well, huh? Just a big cross dots. You know what? Let's just like flare and Blizzard spam. I don't think fire AoEs. It does not. I guess I could just rotate back and forth. Yeah, flare and Blizzard both AoE. Or maybe not. Maybe Blizzard is an AoE in this version. Just flare. Oh, okay. I have a limit break, but it's a caster limit break, but whatever. No damage. LOL. 2%. Oh, the earthquake. This bodes ill. I guess you could fit a thunder at the end of the combo for this, and then you would dump. Even though flare doesn't do more damage based on mana cost, I don't think. Ugh. I haven't leveled. My Black Mage is like level 20-ish, so I don't really know. Oops, wrong button. Skadoosh. Little slide cast action there. That's a big Minotaur. That's for sure. Ka-ding, baka-dun. Ding, baka-dun. Ah! Gotta hide behind the rocks. Gosh. Indeed. %. A little more fire. A little more flare. Good. Little mid-weave thunder, just not to overcap. What's the actual dot potency of thunder? 40? Oh. Kablamo. Yep. This is a get out of... Oh. Get out, but also behind. Hit the whole room, I guess. Garbage limit break on single target. Ree! That still hurt a lot. Wow. Oh, but it takes bonus damage now, I guess. And there we go. Spamming fire 3 Omega lol. Black Mage translates to, how good are you at 15-second windows? Yeah, kind of. Well, isn't data center travel, isn't it back now? I think the data center travel is enabled, but maybe not all the way. I know it was in maintenance the other day. We've done it. It's collapsing in on us. Oh no. This wasn't the end quest as well. There's still 2 more in this series, I'm pretty sure. The fiend has been vanquished and its aether returned to the mountain. This wasn't what was causing it, was it? We were wrong. No, it was not the creature itself that was causing the quakes. Eyeballs? What's that white aura site? The crystal courses with nigh inconceivable power, a vast wellspring of ether accumulated over the ages. The beast was but a hungry creature drawn here by the stone, as was I. It looks like white aura site, which is a bit of a MacGuffin. You have no interest in the bounty all along. Dun dun dun! The stone has been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses now is so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it, the precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend? Yeah, Dalthier is playing Red Mage mostly right now, and he has Summoner as well. But for progression, he was been playing Red Mage for the last, well, this fight. You switched for Phoenix? So you'll be Red Mage for Phoenix and the last boss? Soon you'll be able to visit other data centers, like you can visit other worlds on your data center. Oh, so it's not fully activated yet. It's obviously it was turned off because of all the servers are super full. But I mean, Excalibur still has about on average, it's about a 40-ish person queue to get in, which is nothing. It's a few minutes. It's not the thousands it used to be. It'll definitely spike back up in patch 6.1 because there'll be new MSQ, potentially a new dungeon. There's going to be maybe 2 new trials and the Alliance raid starts. It's a big patch. So 6.1, we might see a few hundred queue again. We'll see. What happens to the mountain? Oh, as well, Tira? Yeah. No, Dalthier is crushing it. We were doing some analyzing, reviewing stuff last night after raid, talking with Teddy and Dalthier about things, trying to help Teddy shore up some monk weak points that he could do a whole lot better at, and I believe he cans. He's gonna probably do some practice on that before we raid again, just to make sure he's doing the right things. Give him some other resources to check on that other monks are doing, just to make sure he's not lost in the sauce. And I've been practicing Astro a lot. I'm still not doing my 2-minute windows properly. I think I need to sit back down and read, because you want 3 cards on the pull, and then I think you only get 1 card between to do a 3-card every divination draw. But I also don't know how that works out in the long run if you don't have 3, because it also delays the Astro's Astrodyne windows, which is a small potency gain if you get all 3. Mostly you're trying to get 2 for the haste. So I don't know. I kind of just, after the opener, I just usually prioritize Astrodyne windows for me, just to make my headache of dealing with triple draw burst windows less ridiculous during the fight. But because the 20 seconds of every raid fight is just get your damage out and then start doing things. And nothing happens. Most of the time, nothing really happens in the first 15 to 20 seconds of any raid encounter. It's usually just a DPS grace window. Oh, outside of weapon, red mage and summoner have almost the exact same BIS. Nice. Ah. Wait, how is his friend Taynor? Aren't they like really different in age? That's not a big deal. They're both elves. I don't know if elves in this game have the same like age of other elves, but I don't actually know. Yeah, mostly the whole holding cards thing. Because if you hold cards, you have to always line up your Astrodyne windows with divination windows. But it doesn't line up perfectly all the time anyway, if I remember. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not like a super big gain. But obviously giving your DPS, or at least giving 3 of your DPS 12% damage during divination windows versus only 6, it probably is better, but we're not trying to parse, we're just trying to clear. Elves and Makote age differently? That would make sense. Don't Lalafell also age differently? Don't they get to be like hundreds of years old or something? Where did he pull that purple crystal from? What the heck? MacGuffin crystal? Come with us and let us join in your search for the means to save your comrade. The life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as a sort who just might enjoy it. Oh, so this is when they first met their mage buddy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is way back in their story. Dang. Okay. Yeah, it was just from the monster. It just didn't like show like it just all of a sudden cut back to Neilbert and he just like had the purple crystal. That's all. Oh, well, true. He may have been doing it for a long time. Because in Taynor's flashback, it was Taynor and a female Elizin, I thought, that were doing the mage training when things went bad. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Naelbert? I don't know. maybe it was. Sure. I thought it was a boy elf and a girl elf. Because this is Taynor right here. The young one. But he's not young. He's actually like really old. But his body didn't age. I guess. Or something. He's not a child, exactly. Wow, how long was that an echo for? That was a longer echo, I guess, when it becomes like a full-on flashback. Let's head back to Mordzuk. Well, he has, I guess I mean, it could have been. Yeah. It looked like a girl elf child, but what the heck? Nico, what do you drive through sport clip haircuts? Drive through haircuts. So all the hair on your head just falls into your own car. Let's go. That doesn't sound gross. What the heck is that? Oh man. So two things. Side note here. If you do want to support what I do here directly, the join button is the membership feature on YouTube. That way you can support me directly to keep making things and stuff, trying to almost make a video a day, even if it's a highlight cut or something in the future, as well as the short form content I hope to start piecing together on multiple platforms. So it all will help allow me to do that. Additionally, one of the things I want to do in the future is a weekly meme review and or you laugh you lose challenge. Those seem to be pretty popular lately, and I think there's some fun, not just Final Fantasy 14 oriented, but there's plenty of jokes and short clips and memes and videos and blah 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 that could be fun to do. I'm probably gonna be making a channel for submissions in Discord once I more figure out how to like record it and not make it look so, I mean, it looks fine. I've watched a few others that do it, but that's what I would like to do. And you got to do it on Wednesdays because, yeah, because Wednesday. But it also helps if it's like a live segment because of chat reactions, and also the stuff that I would be either reviewing or not trying to laugh to is stuff that you would be submitting. So being here for your submissions would obviously be fun. But that's something to look forward in the future. Once I get all this current stuff I'm working on out of the way, then we can look forward to that. But those are two things just to keep in mind, how to support me here, and then the stuff on the future. But that would be like 4 of those a month, right, on average on Wednesdays. And it might rotate between like a you laugh you lose, and then enough time to submit more stuff, and then a meme review on like the next Wednesday, I think. But I think that could be well, where we could do like overall gaming ones or just Final Fantasy 14 submissions. That would be fun. Those segments are only ever going to be like maybe 10, 12, 15 minutes long in the first place. But I've been enjoying watching a few of those lately, and I know there's a lot of good ones out there. So I don't know if I can, try my brand of dry humor reactionary stuff to that. That'd be kind of fun. What the heck? A big giant super chat from Nico there. It's always a huge block. Do you get to pick the colors, Nico, or is it just based on your icon? I just noticed that it's just always, maybe it's smart based on your icon because it's the sun. Thank you very much. Appreciated. That's one way you could do it as well. Super chatting is a thing. But yeah, I want to do meme review / you laugh you lose stuff because those seem fun. I got a bunch of curated videos. I know I want to do, my thoughts on 14 and a whole bunch of different like system breakdown videos in the future as well. It's also, it's helping me learn. I've been teaching myself Adobe Premiere for the past, since I guess January. I started relearning it, the new Premiere, around Christmas time. Because I've always been editing on like Final Cut 7 or Final Cut 10 for the longest time on my laptop. But I have the Adobe Cloud because I Photoshop all of my stuff. I do all of my graphics for the longest time now. So I've been relearning and figuring out Adobe Premiere. And it's been working fine. I'm not like doing anything crazy with it, but I did have another one of my visions. Indeed. It's cool that they showed how the Echo actually works in real time in the Shadowbringers cinematic. that in game it's always quite long due to it's going to tell you a story or do a combat section. But actually the echo is just like very quick, flashbacky, flash sideways, blur and blast of images. It's a strange one. White, take me in. Now, Nilebert and Ardbert met up. There's a lot of Berts in this squad. Got some double Bert action. Whoa, Teddy. Bay is a dork. Wait, see, now why is Teddy's... Maybe it's based on the amount? Because Teddy's now is not purple or green. How is his orange and orange? What the heck? Thank you, Teddy. Appreciated. Obviously, all this stuff is free online. That's why I bring up earlier, the like button or just commenting on or engaging with the videos I post is a 100% non-financial way that supports me financially. To be just lift the veil, because the more engagement videos get, the more YouTube likes them. And that doesn't cost you a damn thing. But I appreciate it. Wait, hit him with the knock? Oh, Gorek. Yeah. Yep. Nilebert made his life's mission to save Taynor here, knowing that his own energies wouldn't suffice. He went in search of a relic that would afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. We need like a I need a way to be able to play, because the Princess Trunks joke from Dragon Ball Z Abridged is whatever I think of, with Gorek calling Teddy Princess Teddy, which is from the Broly movie, like the first Broly movie that DBZA did, where the all hail Princess Trunks meme came from. We need like a Trunks / Teddy art mashup. An ascending rainbow pattern. I bet the next one would be red. Maybe. I wonder if super chats are just based on like an algorithm or something, or based on the amount potentially. Yeah, it could be like on the amount. I don't know. But it must automatically translate because Nico's currency is different. So it's a different amount that translate into USD. I'm indeed a princess, but more a battle princess than a prissy princess. Say that 5 times. No, I'm not going to. Well, that was part of the joke with Trunks in Dragon Ball. Well, DBZA specifically. You could look up, I mean, if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged, it's phenomenal. The first 7 to 10 episodes are pretty rough, but everything that Team 4-Star did is so good. All of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, all of the abridged movies. Hellsing Abridged, pretty good, but different. The Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged, also quite good. But I think I've rewatched all of DBZA almost yearly since it was all out. I've probably seen every episode 3+ times at this point. I might actually be due for another rewatch here soon. People have made some super edits of like all the seasons put together. I think it's like a 9 or 10 hour long YouTube video. It can't be monetized anyway. Like they don't get anything from those videos. Team 4-Star. All those millions of views can't be monetized because of Toei. We have to save the elf creature. Yeah, so I guess that had to have been the other elf in the old cutscene. All right, Tira. Yeah, I'm only going for another like 15 minutes anyway. Streams are only ever like 3 to 4 hour chunks, right? On Mondays and Fridays. Unless I launch like a podcast on a Monday, then I'll usually take that day off to work on other things, because the podcast will be like an hour and a half long anyway. So there might be one this coming Monday, or there might not be. I don't know until the mood strikes. But by default, right now we're just doing Monday and Friday streams. In March, once I get ahead of some other things and get some curated videos out in February, I want to do like a Monday through Friday schedule where we do like, 3 to 7 or maybe 2 to 6 Monday through Friday. I mean, it won't be only Final Fantasy, but around that time will be patch 6.1. So there will definitely be Final Fantasy, because we'll be doing the new Final Fantasy stuff. But there'll also be new Destiny stuff. That comes out the end of February. I don't know if I'm going to stream our 24-hour raid challenge. I'll have to ask everyone else what they think. I have done the last couple. I've streamed the 24-hour raid challenge, but you have to take the stream down every 10 hours and restart a new one because of limit. The limit of upload. Yeah, John, I am familiar with some basic Japanese phrases. It should be how it's pronounced with my American accent. John, Yeah, I'll see you later. Your buddy is almost here to watch Legend of Vox Machina. I'll be in Discord after he leaves. Oh, you're watching it in person. Are the episodes half hour or hour long, Teddy? Also, how many are there going to be? Sort of like reading this in between talking with you guys. Usually a lot of dialogue in these role quests. It's just a lot of reading. Man, I wonder, could you imagine if like a whole Final Fantasy XIV expansion and patch content, trial series, raid series was all voiced? I can't imagine they wouldn't have the budget for that now. I don't even know how much money they've made over the past year. They could easily pay them all, so we'll have to see if they reinvest it. If Yoshi P is what he has been. We'll see. Because it would be really cool. The problem is with voice acting stuff is that they localize into 4 languages. So everything voiced is voiced 4 times. Which means it should be translated 4 times and then acted 4 times and then reconnected to 4 different audio tracks based on your version of the game. I imagine the amount of work is palpable on top of the MSQ. But it would make this game a little more full, because yes, it has that old RPG flair of reading a lot of stuff, but you can't deny that when you're playing like Mass Effect and everyone talks to you, even NPCs and side quest NPCs, that doesn't make the whole gameplay feel a lot more digestible. Because after a few hours of reading, you're just like, oh, I don't want to read anymore, so you just don't do certain things in the game. But if you get to listen to them talk to you, devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can safely in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Bay and I will redouble our training efforts as well. I mean, I'm max level, my dude. Should we succeed in finding a way to counteract the hollows, will come down to our firepower versus our foes. Must we have full strength for the battle, lest we allow victory to slip between our fingers. Yeah, hit him with the
Error.
Pretty sure they're half hour. Season 1 will be 12, and then season 2 will be another 12. Only 3 available up front though. Oh, so they're doing like the like act releases. So you get a whole hour and a half. Wow, okay. You get a whole hour and a half of Vox Machina today. Damn. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Just check in real quick. I looked at our Discord. Oh. Lalafell of the Pool. What is your wisdom? Crafters are not well designed. Clicking a macro for 45 minutes is not fun. Well, the macros only exist because of players optimizing the crafting system. But that is only done because of the sheer amount of things you need to craft sometimes. It's a full-fledged rotation, just like doing damage or tanking or healing. That does lead to the macroization of it. If you craft things RP-wise and craft things by hand, you actually normally do hit the breakpoints easier because you control the procs that don't work in a macro. Since macros can't take into account the procs of things. Comparatively, rather. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. All right, level 78 version. Get some espresso con panna. Oh, 3 up front and the rest on a weekly schedule. Oh, so 3 and then 9 weeks, one at a time. Where is it being released on again? Was it Amazon? Or was it Netflix? I can't remember. I'm just not big into the D&D scene, so. Really hope it's popular enough for them to do the next story arc after the Briarwood arc that they're doing. Well, that's the weird thing. So the story is also based off of their campaigns they've done in the past, right? It's obviously been like re-scripted and revoiced by all of the players from the game, but won't all the same major points happen? So if you watched the actual tabletop sessions, aren't they going to be roughly the same without the random banter? And obviously trimmed down into half-hour segments and animated, clearly. The boy believes he's regaining much of his knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into the pocket of time and space. One aspect of his training he has yet to address. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. Right. His concentration is disrupted too easily. Fair. I mean, there is a crafting rotation that you are meant to do for both quality and for condition. Or I guess it's quality and progress, sorry. Like all crafters essentially have like a 1, 2, 3, 4 with buffs for progress. And they have like a buff 1, 2 rotation for quality. and then procs based on the condition is the good or excellent or whatever, or poor quality that procs randomly during your crafting. That's why it's been macroed down, just to make it simpler. You just hit a macro and it's done. I wouldn't think that's poorly designed. It's way better designed than World of Warcraft, where you just click a button, hit create. But that's like super simplified in World of Warcraft in comparison to Final Fantasy. Like Arcane, they want to make sure new people can jump in without knowing anything. Essentially, it should be the same story, just told in a different format, trimmed into the point where the same sense of humor and crazy stuff happened on the table. It's on Amazon. Gotcha. Yeah, that's still cool. That's still really neat overall. I'm not knocking it. But it just means from a viewer's perspective, yours in this regard, you've already... You know the story that's going to be told. That's it. Do I have any glass perch? No. All right, let's go do a little few turn-ins here. And then we'll wind down because I am hungry. It's also 7 o'clock. I gotta make sure, because we were trying to do the oh well, Teddy, hold on. If you're watching your Vox Machina tonight, we might not be able to start the Destiny stuff until maybe 9. If you've got an hour and a half of show to watch starting soon, I was thinking we would try to do the Vault of Glass. I mean, either tonight or tomorrow around 8:30, which is an hour and a half from now. We don't have to do it tonight, but we only have so many days to try to do it. So it might not be tonight. I mean, we can always start some and then do the rest later. Or just plan for tomorrow. I'll just buy a few of these. Yeah, we might just try tomorrow, because my thing I was trying to do is just not have us jumping in like just super late. Also super hot. Super hot. So if you've got plans tonight and things, we can see. Maybe we can do like the first encounter and the first Oracle encounter maybe tonight. I don't know. And then break up the raid so it's not all done at once. We'll see. I mean, do what you got to do. We can also just plan to do tomorrow at like 8:30. I'll ping everyone again. Just really trying to set up doing this Destiny raid, and it feels like only really I want to do it. So I don't know. It's an easier season to do it. I mean, Adrian wants to do it. It's an easier season to do it in, and we're also stronger with the weapon choices to do it. Like, it was the best time for us. And this is a longest season, or a longer extended season, so more people are above the artifact power delta, so that you're not shooting swords, making the whole thing easier overall. Ba, 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 ba. I figured that would be the best course of action for us to try to get it done. And it's also a good weapon this week. Oh, fair. You didn't know when. Yeah, that's why, like, not a big deal. You had plans that were floating on someone else's schedule, so you can try to get some done tonight. Did I get my awaiting results? Okay. Yeah, so that was last week's. Gotcha. It's just there are only so many time lost weapons that you'd really care to get. It's like the hand cannon or the rocket launcher. Because like the scout rifle is whatever. The shotgun is also pretty much whatever, right? Oh, it's a 1, 2, 3. So really it's just that there are only 2 weeks that look worth it from a weapon standpoint. Time lost weapons, there's 2 things. When you masterwork the time lost weapon, not only do you get the masterwork bonuses to the stats that are on the masterwork, it gives a stat bump to every stat. I don't think it gives anything to impact, right? It doesn't affect the damage of the weapon, but it buffs all the stats on the weapon. Additionally, because it qualifies itself as like an adept weapon. I'm pretty sure it falls in the same category like time lost weapons, so it can use the adept mods. So on your like Heathen's Vengeance, for example, if we went next week, you can put big one spec on it so that your rockets would do bonus damage to bosses and majors, right? Like Grandmaster mods can be socketed into time lost weapons. I'm pretty sure. We don't have any because we've never done this before, so I have to look it up, but it's the same category as like adept weapons from a Grandmaster Nightfall or adept weapons from Trials. They can use the better mods. So on on the time lost Fatebringer, you could then do one of the like adept range, so your hand cannon would shoot farther, or the adept reload mod, or you can do even big one spec. So if you have to use a primary on majors or bosses, for example, it just gives you more options with the better mods, which the normal one can't. Well, the adept mods come, from Trials or from Grandmaster Nightfalls. They also come from the Master Mode dungeon as well. And they might actually drop from the harder difficulty seasonal event. The Legend Dares, I think, as well. Or the anniversary event, I think. I have almost all of them, so I haven't seen one drop in a while. Other than I know they obviously come from... It's always pinnacle activities. Oops. Oh, I don't have any stacks of these anywhere. Gotta go through my retainers. They have so much stuff. Well, I need to go through the guild coffer and then clean out what we don't need so that I can put the relevant crafting materials that anyone else can use in there. That would be helpful. Yeah. Well, alrighty. I'm gonna go do dinner and such, so I have enough time to get that out of the way in case we get to do some Destiny stuff later this evening. I'm gonna also need time to finish up, render out, and then upload the edits for the next... I think it's 3 more MSQ. Trial, duty, while credits are rolling. Yeah, so 3 more. Get those online for the next couple of days. But You have been playing a lot of Gothic Armada. The 40k stuff, the Battlefield Gothic, yeah. Well, I want to update my list with the points updates, but I'm just kind of waiting for Battlescribe to update so I can refresh my list. But we should try to figure out and play a game over the weekend or something. Like Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are pretty busy trying to get a... And obviously trying to get a Master Vault of Glass this week, and or also next week. Would be good. The people next to us change their house? Or is that house recently sold, so it's flat now? It's like... Huh. Interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. So, thank you all for being here. Again, hit the like button on this video or any other ones that you have a good time hanging out with. Leave a comment on the videos, and I respond to most of them because I refresh the page every so often. But otherwise than that, have a great night, have a great morning, whatever comes first, and I will see you live again on Monday.